Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to compare Chime versus the Netspend prepaid card, see the differences, which one you should use in different situations, the pros and cons, so make sure you stay till the end of this video so you get all of the information. So there are a lot of options when it comes to banking and managing your money, and it's good to weigh the pros and cons, which is what we're doing. Choose which one works best for you, and you may consider Chime versus the Netspend, and we're going to take a look at the fundamental differences of them, why particular individuals might want to use one, and how they fundamentally work. So the first thing we want to take a look at is the debit card versus prepaid cards, because there is a fundamental difference. What's the difference between a debit card and a prepaid card? It's simply put, a debit card is linking to a checking or savings account. So if I have 50 grand in my checking or savings account, that's what I'm spending. And if I take out, then I have less. If I put in more, then I have more. It's just as simple as that. Prepaid card is not. Prepaid card, I can load it up, say, with $1,000, and then when that's out, I have to load it again. And you can actually check out all the information right here side by side, which will do. The Chime debit card is usually given to users when they open a checking account. So I go to a bank, I open it up, and I say, this is my checking account, this is where my information is, and then I use that. It's also linked to a checking account or a savings account, and transactions are deducted from the linked account balance as well. So as I said before, your main account balance is going to be what this card is reflective of, not just money you load onto it like a prepaid card. You can deposit money in your account for more access to more funds, and that's just simply how it works. Then we have the Netspend card, which is usually purchased on their own for a fee. It is not linked to any checkings or savings account, and the transactions are deducted from the available balance on the card itself. You also must load funds onto the card before making any purchases or payments. So think about it like this. This is connected to an actual account. This is just money that you put on the card and you say, okay, I have $1,000 loaded onto here. There's no bank account that's loaded onto. Once that $1,000 is done, I have to reload it. So what do you want to do? If you're working off of a checking account, then Chime would be for you. If you just want to say, hey, I'm going to load this card, say you're going on a vacation or you're going somewhere to spend, and you say, okay, I have a limit of $2,000, $3,000, and I'm just going to use my Netspend prepaid card. Well, you can do that there. After that balance is done, then you have to load more funds onto it. So that's the difference between a debit and a prepaid card. Once the amount goes to zero on a prepaid card, it cannot be used for any transactions until it is reloaded. So let's get into some of the specifics of this. Through Chime, you can open a checking account and get that. You'll get a bunch of great features like mobile banking, online banking, getting paid early. Netspend, that isn't there, just a prepaid service. There is some online card management features, and you can choose between Visa or MasterCard. They're called Netspend Visa Prepaid and Netspend MasterCard, but there's not as much as the mobile banking and online banking because you're not connecting to a bank account. There's also, when it comes to fees, Chime has no hidden fees. We did a video on how to send money to other people. There's no fees. You don't get hit with unexpected monthly maintenance, any minimum balance fees, foreign transaction fees. You may have to pay out of a network ATM fee, like if you go to another ATM that's not Chime, but they have more than 6,000 participating ATMs. That's the only time you get hit with a fee is you're actually using an ATM that's not one. Now, Netspend has a few fees you need to be aware of. There's a monthly fee per transaction, depending on your preferred plan. There's also ATM fees as well. There's reload fees. So when you're putting money back onto it, say I spend my $1,000 and I put another $1,000, there's a reload fee. Say they take 5 off, you have $995. You have cash withdrawal fees, transaction decline fees, check request fees, and inactivity fees. You should be aware of these fees because while they might be small, they can add up after a while. Third-party card purchase fee may also come into play, depending on that. Direct deposit with Chime, you get paid up to 2 days early, so you can actually get your paycheck 2 days before your normal payday. That's pretty exciting. So if you say, hey, I need the money now to pay a bill or something like that, you can do that. Netspend also offers direct deposit up to 2 days early, and they're into the prepaid cards, essentially reloading your funds with a paycheck. And then you have the savings account, and that helps you 2 different ways when you spend. It rounds the cost of your purchases, and you can watch round up, grow your savings. When you get paid, it sets a portion of your direct deposit into savings, growing your rainy day with each paycheck. Netspend has a savings account with up to 5% annual percentage yield, and funds can be transferred from the card to the automatic transfer. There's also the mobile app, The award-winning app lets members check their balance, track spending, pay friends, family, pay bills, and all of that. Netspend Mobile's app allows you to see balance transactions, send and receive money, load checks, and find reloading things. And then there is the security. So Chime helps keep your money safe with different features such as deposits up to $250,000 through Chime's partnership. You can opt in for instant notifications. Chime's debit card is protected on their Visa Zero Liability policy. It requires two-factor authentication and supports fingerprint authentication. If your Chime card does get stolen, you can easily block transactions using the mobile app, which is nice. You pull out your phone, stop it. Netspend also employs some security as well. It's FDIC insured. It is also the Visa Zero Liability protection, and there is temporary card numbers to have more controls over online transactions. So which one is right for you? You have to take into consideration, what do you want, credit, or do you want to have it stuck to a checking account? Or simply put, you want prepaid, so I'm going to spend this amount of money, and making sure you're aware of all the fees, or do you want a card that's tied to your bank account? So that's an idea. So be mindful of the fees, be mindful of everything, and see which one is the best for you. Now, with both of them, Chime does have some advantages that it's connected to a checking account, but Netspend can be better if you just want to go ahead and spend, like, say, $2,000, $3,000. Just know that you're going to get hit with some fees after you reload it. So there's different things to keep in mind when it comes to Chime versus Netspend, but that's basically the pros and cons of both, how they work. I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.